a quiz funnel, in the way that we're defining it right now, is not one of those time-wasting quizzes that you've probably seen and taken online. Like, this is not one of those, like, what Harry Potter character is your dog type quiz. Like, that's not what we're talking about at all, right? Those are great, those are fun, those are entertaining, but those are not going to convert clicks into clients. That's just an entertainment tool. What we're talking about instead is when someone lands on your website, you begin by asking a series of questions to, just like a doctor, attract, diagnose, and prescribe. You're diagnosing a person's situation so you can prescribe the best next step. And there are a few kind of big reasons why this is so important, so valuable. The first big reason is, on the back of this strategy, you can get incredibly cheap leads, incredibly cheap traffic. And the reason for that is there are a few forces at play. Number one is that power of self-discovery is a very compelling promise. So oftentimes you'll see a much better conversion rate, a much better uptake rate when you switch from, get my free white paper to find out your results. That's number one. But number two, a well-designed quiz funnel is something that people will share. People will take it, get their results, get value from that experience, and they'll share it with their colleagues. They'll share it with their friends. And when that happens, your quiz funnel effectively has gone viral. And all of that additional traffic that you get via referral is free. So that drives down your advertising costs. The third force at play is when you advertise on social media, when you advertise on places like Facebook and Google and YouTube and Instagram and LinkedIn and all the different platforms that exist online and drive traffic to your quiz funnel, every single one of those platforms is looking to improve user experience. And one of the ways they measure user experience is the level of engagement with content. So if you have a piece of content, a post on LinkedIn or a post on Facebook, for example, and people are commenting on it, they're hitting the share button, they're hitting the like button. Well, the Facebooks of the world will say, let's expose this to more people. Let's drive down the advertising cost, what we call in the industry, the CPM, the cost per thousand impressions. And so what ends up happening with a quiz is that people in the comment thread will post their results. I got OBPF. What's your result? They'll hit the share button. They'll say, hey, Janet, have you taken this assessment? I think it's really, really good. And the Facebooks of the world notice this and they drive down your advertising cost. So the net effect is that you can often cut your cost per lead by anywhere from 30 to 90% or more. And that's not misspeaking that. If you're getting leads at $5 a lead, you can conceivably drive down your cost per lead to less than $1 per lead, simply by switching to the strategy. And I could share case study after case study after case study of businesses who've been able to do that. Now, that's the first thing, Justin, right? But whenever I talk about cheap leads, people tend to kind of have this reaction, well, yeah, but how do those leads convert? And that's the second part of the equation. This is one of these strategies where you can truly have your cake and eat it too. Because when you are driving people through a quiz funnel, after the quiz and the response and the results, you are able to customize the copy, the creative, the content, the message that you put in front of someone based on their quiz answers. And when you do that, you can often double or even triple your sales conversion rate on the backside. So instead of selling to everybody in a one-size-fits-all way, like for example, just pick a business. Like if you are a financial planner, as an example, and you take people, and we have a lot of financial planners, by the way, who use this strategy, and you say you're asking a series of questions. Knowing about a person's situation will allow you to customize perhaps the client case study that you put in front of them. I mean, think even your business, right? Imagine, for example, if you have, just take two avatars, someone who is a business owner and is looking to free up their time by generating passive income via cash flow investments. Avatar number one. Avatar number two, person who is working a day job, who is looking to supplement their income and eventually exit the rat race by employing passive income cash flow investing strategies. Now imagine if we just ask one question to understand which of those two buckets someone falls into. Can you think about how you would change your marketing strategy, change the case studies that you talk about, the people in your mastermind that you would say, hey, you're just like so-and-so, and how much more relevant it's going to be to them, where they say, oh my gosh, if he's been able to have success or she's been able to have success, maybe I can have success too. So that's just a very simple example of how this begins to scratch the surface of the power of this strategy.